Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade. Mirror, mirror on the wall. The WNBA is the worst league of them all. Every direction you turn, they continue to let you down. They continue to show why nobody has paid attention to this league in the last 25 years. Caitlin Clark won Rookie of the Year, as we all know, yet there are crickets heard around the league with nobody congratulating Caitlin Clark. Now, I know at the surface level, this isn't a big deal, but when we compare it to what the NBA did for Victor Wembanyama, it is night and day, and it is borderline disrespectful. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, Caitlin Clark did win Rookie of the Year. It wasn't a unanimous vote. There was one voter who decided to go against the status quo, who decided to really draw a line in their sand and vote for Angel Reese. But we're not going to be talking about that today. Look at Caitlin Clark posing with her cheap Rookie of the Year trophy. I'm sure I could go to my local award maker down the street and get a trophy just like the one that Caitlin Clark was awarded to her. Now, even Nike decided to finally come out of the woodworks, put a billboard up in Times Square in New York City. And you know it's the city because it says Subway, right? New York, Nike, Caitlin Clark billboard. Is there a rookie record for rookie records? Caitlin Clark has broken every record under the sun. And when you start looking around, seeing if anybody in the WNBA is saying, hey, Caitlin Clark, congratulations. Hey, Caitlin Clark, you earned it. Hey, Caitlin Clark, you deserved it. Caitlin Clark is looking like Will Smith in the final episode of The Fresh Prince, waiting, looking, seeing the empty room that she is standing in all by herself. But fortunately for Caitlin Clark, fortunately for Caitlin Clark fans, fortunately for basketball fans, the NBA, they seem to want Caitlin Clark a lot more than the WNBA, and that brings up a tweet that I saw not too far ago. Shout out to Chicks Dig Scars. Please go subscribe. Every league and company wants Caitlin Clark except the WNBA. Yes, it is weird, and we are going to address that today. Out of the woodworks, all of these NBA players are coming out to wish Caitlin Clark congratulations, to say how much they appreciate her game, giving her credit. She's the it factor. She has what it takes. She's numero uno, and there's nobody second or third. She stands on the mountaintop by herself. And the first thing that came across my desk was Chris Paul. Yes, Chris Paul, her State Farm buddy, her State Farm pal, but an NBA player. The point god is what they call him in the NBA. I disagree. I'm more of a Jason Kidd fan, but Chris Paul came out, gave Caitlin Clark her credit, gave Caitlin Clark her congratulations. In case you guys missed it, this is Chris Paul giving Caitlin Clark her flowers.
WNBA Rookie of the Year is none other than Caitlin Clark. Caitlin, congrats. For you to do what you did this past season with all the crazy expectations you had coming out of college, you were better than advertised. Our friends over at State Farm asked if I would assist you in a few of the things that I learned coming from one Rookie of the Year to another, even though mine was 19 years ago. One of the biggest things after winning Rookie of the Year, because that's a big deal, first of all. That's a huge achievement and you should be proud. But going forward, I think the biggest thing I tried to focus on was getting stronger. I wanted to get stronger. I wanted to get faster. I wanted to be better on defense. But more than anything, I tell you, the biggest people that I leaned on was my family, my support system. That was always the group that kept me grounded. I would go back and hoop with all my homies that I played with in college and just try to remain a kid as long as I possibly could. What you did this past season was crazy. Most points by a rookie in W.
Now he's going to go and he's going to list all the wonderful accomplishments that Caitlin Clark had this year. But that sounds like a familiar person, doesn't it? Bigger, stronger, faster, work on your game. Caitlin Clark did that during the Olympic break. We know she's going to come back a better player come next year. Lean on your family, lean on your friends, lean on your close circle. Seems like nobody in the WNBA has a closer circle than Caitlin Clark. Seems like nobody in the WNBA leans on their family for more guidance than Caitlin Clark. Very nice of Chris Paul and State Farm to give Caitlin Clark her props, give Caitlin Clark her congratulations, and that goes back to the tweets. Every league and company wants Caitlin Clark except the WNBA. Not only Chris Paul, right? We're talking about State Farm. We're talking about keeping it within the brand. What about Victor Wembanyama? What's Victor Wembanyama's tie to Caitlin Clark? Let's hear all the good things Victor Wembanyama had to say about Caitlin Clark, and then we'll double back.
Victor, who's a WNBA player that inspires you, and what makes her stand out to you?
I think Caitlin Clark.
Finds Clark from the logo. Clark behind the back. Oh, it's Smith with the finish.
When she was in college, the only college player that I was really in awe of the game, you know.
Pulls it back, knocks it down.
I'm saying men and women's college basketball, she's probably the most impressive I've seen.
Clark, step back, hits a three.
Men and college women's basketball doesn't matter. She was the most impressive he's seen. Folks, people across the pond, as we like to call it, they would stay up late night, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, just to watch Caitlin Clark play basketball. That's how transcendent she was. They didn't stay up to watch this person or that person. I'm not going to take any shots, but you guys know all the people that think they're responsible for the growth. They didn't stay up to watch those people. Some of them played at LSU. Some of them played at UConn. Victor Wembanyama wasn't staying up to watch them. People in England weren't staying up to watch them. France, Germany, they weren't staying up to watch those players. They were staying up to watch Caitlin Clark. Victor Wembanyama, yet another player giving Caitlin Clark her praise and her just due. Going back to the original point, every league and company wants Caitlin Clark except the WNBA. Yeah, it is weird. Her brother team, not the Indiana Fever, but the Indiana Pacers, they released their own video congratulating Caitlin Clark on her rookie season. Folks, the WNBA couldn't even put together a nice package. The WNBA couldn't even put together a highlight reel. Instead, they announced it via some measly tweet that just says, "Here is your Kia Rookie of the Year." The WNBA is an embarrassment, and they don't deserve somebody on Caitlin Clark's level, somebody of Caitlin Clark's caliber. All the new eyeballs, all the new fans that she's brought to this league has done nothing but expose the hypocrisy that's been lurking within the WNBA for the last few decades. Let's hear what the Pacers players had to say. Shout out to you, Miles Turner. Shout out to Tyrese Halliburton. Shout out to everybody in the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah. Congratulations, Caitlin, for real, man. It's been a pleasure watching you play this year. Not only living up to the hype, but doing something that I haven't seen here in years and getting back to the playoffs. So congratulations on Rookie of the Year. Best is yet to come, man. Go Fever.
Caitlin, congratulations on winning Rookie of the Year. Not a surprise by any means. Very happy for you.
Not a surprise.
Wishing you continued success, and go Fever.
What's going on, Caitlin? Just wanted to say congratulations on winning Rookie of the Year. You definitely earned it, and there's a lot more accomplishments to come. You got to say anything, Remy? Say congrats.
Very nice, very nice. Shout out to Obi Toppin and his wonderful family. Folks, she's lived up and surpassed the expectations placed upon her. Everybody thought that she was going to fall short, especially after those 10 games. People were literally cheering on the sidelines as Caitlin Clark started to get her feet under her, thinking that she was going to stay down forever, not realizing that they awoke a monster. They awoke the beast within. Caitlin Clark is taking tattoos. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Caitlin Clark kept all the receipts, and she's checking off everybody that she has a receipt for. Caitlin Clark is out there snatching chains. Just recently, Barbie, yes, the same Barbie that Angel Reese got her nickname under, that same company is saluting Caitlin Clark. Don't be surprised if you see a Caitlin Clark Barbie Mattel figure in the near future. Don't be surprised about that at all. Folks, Shannon Sharp even talked about her getting snubbed from the Rookie of the Year, talked about some of the views declining with Caitlin Clark no longer being in the playoffs. Let's take a listen to what Shannon Sharpe had to say, most noticeably about the unanimous snub.
Caitlin Clark was one vote shy of being a unanimous WNBA Rookie of the Year. She received 66 of the 67 votes from the panel of national reporters and sports writers. The long vote cast for Clark went in favor.
Angel Reese.
The long vote cast not in favor of Clark went to Angel Reese. The vote kept Clark from becoming the WNBA's 5th ever unanimous Rookie
Who
of
was the voter? Do you know? Anybody know?
Oh, it's gonna get out. They're gonna find out. It's just like somebody that left Ken Griffey Jr. off the ballot when it came to Hall of Fame. They took it. They're like, bro, you gonna leave the guy off the ballot?
Same thing
you
with Jeter.
Said okay. You just say
Right.
you left him off the ballot.
I mean, those situations like that, you think it's probably something personal, huh?
I mean, I don't know how you come to the conclusion that she wasn't the unanimous MVP. She got a team into the playoffs when they hadn't been to the playoffs, I think, since 2016 or 2017. Led them in scoring. She led the rookies in scoring. She led them in assists. She averaged like 6 rebounds a game.
5.7.
She set record for scoring, rebound, assists. I mean, three pointers. Let's not get into it because all it's gonna do is like people got their this and all that.
Right.
All I know when they got eliminated from the playoffs, the attendance dropped, the ratings dropped. Now I wouldn't need to know.
Damn, we're not even going to let that continue to play out. Shout out to you, Shannon Sharpe, for calling it like it is. The more Shannon Sharpe builds this nightcap audience, builds the Chatting with Shay Shay, Club Shay Shay, the more he builds his own platform, he's going to come out and speak more truth. He's going to come out. Yeah, I don't care about this script that ESPN is feeding me. I'm going to say what is on my mind. I'm going to speak the truth. Cut it out with all that nonsense. The ratings dropped. The attendance dropped. It is going to come out eventually, I'm sure, about who snubbed Caitlin Clark. But again, that goes back to our initial tweet. Every league and company wants Caitlin Clark, except for the WNBA. Folks, even the stripper having Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett himself talked about Caitlin Clark being it.
Caitlin Clark's the new it. Let's keep it 100. Like if you don't have let's keep this 100. If you don't have a long ball, and I'm talking about the long ball, I'm talking about the 26, 30 feet. If you ain't doing the Steph Curry, if you ain't got none of that long ball in your game, then yeah, you're gonna be behind. Because I think what not only distinguishes her from that shot is her being consistent by hitting that shot, going left, stepping back. Don't matter how 26, 30, 22 feet, don't matter. Feel me? So she's setting a precedent on what we watching. The long ball is part of the game now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't so much anything else. It's playmaking and long ball. And she does both of those on a high level. She makes a lot of those girls around her better. And her influence on the game is impeccable. So, we got to give it up, man.
I think she finished like 4th in the MVP.
Man, she growing the game, bro. And we don't want to give it to her. Wait till Paige get here. I'm waiting on Paige Becker. Shout to Paige Becker. I'm waiting on all them girls who got that long ball. Juju.
Damn.
Woo. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm just sitting back with the popcorn popping, man.
The girls' game is going to continue.
Listen, straight up and down.
It's going to continue to grow, and Caitlin Clark is leading that charge. As you said, she is setting the precedent. The new standard of players coming in need to be Caitlin Clark, and you're not going to reach the standard. Trust me. Paige isn't going to be, no. Juju isn't going, no. Because it's not only scoring, it's must-see TV. It's box office at the arena. It's stop everything you're doing, change the channel from NFL, and watch Caitlin Clark. Everybody seems to understand what's going on, except Kathy Engel Braindead and the idiots over there at the WNBA. Because again, every league and company wants Caitlin Clark except the WNBA. Now, folks, I mentioned earlier about the video that was done for Victor Wembanyama when he won Rookie of the Year. You got Allen Iverson, Jason Kidd, You've got all these players coming out, speaking, saying congratulations. Look, AI right there. Congratulations. You are the chosen one. Kevin Durant, congratulations. You are the chosen one. Chris Paul, congratulations. You are the chosen one. All of these NBA players are standing up for the Rookie of the Year. Shaquille O'Neal, the legends are standing up, speaking highly of the Rookie of the Year. Meanwhile, the WNBA stays silent. LeBron James speaking up for Rookie of the Year. Meanwhile, we haven't seen a single thing come from any of the legends that aren't affiliated with the Indiana Fever. We haven't seen a single thing from any player that's not affiliated with the Indiana Fever. We haven't seen anything. People are scared to talk about Caitlin Clark for some strange reason, and we all know the reason. They don't want to give credit where credit is due. They would rather Caitlin Clark stand on some soapbox and spill some bull crap that nobody cares about, that nobody wants to hear. We just want to watch good basketball. But no, you can't just do that in the WNBA. You need to do this, and you need to do that, and you need to be an activist. You can't just play the game. Because if you just play the game, you end up with a 4-inch nail in your eye. You end up getting blindsided by Kennedy Carter. You end up getting targeted by Diamond DeShields. This is the problem with the WNBA. They don't know how to get behind their stars. They're ignoring their cash cow. They're ignoring the number one draw. In American sports, folks, American sports, it's Mahomes and then Clark. Maybe LeBron up there, maybe Steph Curry up there. Caitlin Clark's in the top 5, hands down. Don't even bother arguing with me. I'll waste my time one day and show you the number. Please don't bother arguing. Soccer players are in a whole nother stratosphere, but when it comes to American sports, Caitlin Clark, top 5, hands down. And you have people running companies like Kathy Engel Brain Dead that hires people that are brain dead, that doesn't set the president being the commissioner, being a boss, saying, hey, let's get something nice put together for Caitlin Clark. Let's get a nice package put together for Caitlin Clark. And Caitlin Clark is taking note of that. Caitlin Clark is taking note of the mistreatment that the that the WNBA has put her through all year long. Keep in mind, the WNBA did announce that on their Twitter. But after you scroll Caitlin Clark's Twitter, she's not giving them the time of day. Yeah, I'll repost the Indiana Fever giving me a Rookie of the Year. I'll do that. Yeah, Panini America, I'll repost them giving me Rookie of the Year. Yeah, State Farm, I'll repost them talking about me winning Rookie of the Year. Nike, yeah, I'll talk about them with me winning Rookie of the Year. And then you got their teammates.
You earned this. I am so proud of you.
You got their teammates shouting her out, putting a whole video together for Caitlin Clark. Everybody, Hall, Boston, Dantis, Erica Wheeler, Nalissa Smith, Kelsey Mitchell, the whole team putting together. The WNBA couldn't even put together a highlight package, and you have the Indiana Fever social media team working overtime. Shout out to you, Nalissa. I know I give you a hard time. You could have mailed this in, but you didn't. You shouted out your girl, and I appreciate that. Temi Fagbenle. How come it's so hard for the WNBA to recognize what they have in front of them? Because you have people like Kathy Engel Braindead leading the charge. It's unfortunate reality that Caitlin Clark needs to deal with. That she looks around the league and she's looking like Will Smith at the end of Fresh Prince. Get it together. Show this woman some more respect. Treat her like you would every other player. You know, if she would have bombed this year and Angel Reese was named Rookie of the Year, everybody is coming out of the woodworks. Every WNBA legend ever is wishing Angel Reese, oh, you did it, sis. Great Rookie of the Year. Knew you could do it. You proved everybody wrong. But instead, Caitlin Clark just plays ball. She doesn't want to be a victim. She doesn't want people to feel sorry for her. It's the Ben Daniel Podcast. where we're calling a spade a spade. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all the support. As always, have a good day and take it easy.